thank you for watching. Look, I am in nature. It does not happen very often. But it's going to start happening more. Hopefully I have a signal. I'm going to get started talking because whoever's tuning in, your time is valuable. Hello, I am Andrea Reynolds and I am sweaty and I don't care. I am the social studies whisperer. I'm a former classroom teacher turned full-time entrepreneur, okay? And I have been like trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing, and trying to like save the world. And long story short, when you go from teaching and walking like 10,000 steps a day to being cooped up in an apartment and like your goal on your watch is like 4,000 steps, it does not do well for your state of mind. So I have been like realizing like, I am going stir crazy because I have too much time to think and too much time to like make excuses. And y'all, working from home is not all it's cracked up to be. It is not. I'm telling you, like, you think like having this freedom and like schedule is awesome. Well, it is, but it isn't. Especially when you don't have deadlines on anything, then you just kind of wander all over the place. Okay, I'm getting a lot of people popping in and out. I hope we're not all like about to have a creeper party because we're going Game of Thrones today. I can if I need to. But anyways, so I am passionate about American history. I love American history. I want to help everyone make American history awesome. All kids, whether you're in homeschool, boarding school, military school, I don't know, on a reservation, Cherokee reservation, a classroom, wherever. I want to help everyone, okay? I want to be the Bill Nye for social studies. Well, that's a pretty big call to action, right? Pretty big planned. My brain works in like grand plans and visions, okay? And that is hard to like translate into action. And so what happens is I'm trying to figure out like the next best thing to do, the best way, this way to go, because I'm losing my patience and thinking that stuff should happen overnight. Well, you're not a true entrepreneur unless you want to like give up every single day, because what you envision is so grand, you just can't even fathom it. And that's kind of like where I am, because I'm like, I know I want to ignite a revolution. I want to change the mindset of teachers and everyone for American history, because it's like the lost art or like the redheaded stepchild. I'm not gonna say that because I'm a redhead. So I don't want people to just say, oh, we don't have time for that because we have to teach math and we have to teach reading. Well, that's all great and well and good, but you ask most adults on the street like who the president is, or not the president, but what the capital of their state is, they probably can't tell you, because that stuff is just gone by the wayside. And this whole like history is relevant. Last time I did a history topic, someone was like, it doesn't matter about history, we need to concentrate on what's going on today. I'm like, hello? That's what the problem is, what's going on today. So I just have like these grand plans, and I've been like stalling and making excuses because I'm like, well, I can't do this because of this, or I can't do that, or I need to do this, or I need to try to fit into a box. Well, I decided, when you are a redhead with ADHD and you love American history and you love writing, you don't fit into a box, okay? You don't fit into a box. And so, I look like crap, I don't care. So I don't know why I keep trying to like fit in. Like, I guess I thought when I left teaching, I was going to be like, okay, this summer, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this little action plan, and this step, and do this like other people do, and that's going to work for me. Well, don't know if you guys have heard of like the blue ocean strategy, okay? Like in business, if you want to be in a blue ocean, because you don't want like the sharks getting like near you because the water is all muddied, like bloody, because there's so many sharks chasing around you. I'm in a blue ocean. Nobody is trying to do what I'm doing. And that way, when I go to like look on other people's websites to kind of see like how they're monetizing their inspiration or like what they're doing, it's like I can't find someone like comparable, because nobody is doing what I'm doing and for the audience I'm doing and in the way I want to do. And I thought I wanted to do one-on-one consulting, but I thought about my strengths. Talking, writing, graphic design, creativity. I thought about my weaknesses. Listening, details. Well, it would be a little rude if I'm working with a family and I so forgot their name, right? I can't remember a password to save my life to anything. And, you know what? I just, like, little things, like, I just don't care about some things. Like, if someone needed advice about what to do on Instagram, like how to make their feed look exactly how it should look, I could tell them exactly what to do. Okay, to like have a curated feed and have like it like optimized professionally, blah blah blah. Well, I know what to do for that. I don't care. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna try to have every single image I post be like all through my brand colors and blah 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 with my exact fonts. No, that's not me. And so it's like, that's my struggle. Like, I'm trying to do stuff like everybody else, and I'm not like everybody else. I was island of misfit teachers, is what I said about myself, because I was told, I've said this before, by a coworker, I'm too creative. Oh well. So I said, my excuses, I'm not setting myself up for success, am I? If I am not exercising, if I am stuck, like cooped up, just overthinking, that's not getting me anywhere, is it? That's getting me like overwhelmed and like stalling because I don't know the next thing to do. But I do, and I'm like turned to like a course junkie. Think like buy all the courses, join all the memberships, read all the articles, watch all the webinars, listen to all the periscopes, listen to all the podcasts, buy all the books, pen all the pens, read all the articles, and then I'm like, whoa, where did I go in all of this? And then I'm like, I know what to do. I need to stop saying I need to. I keep saying, I need to make a schedule. I need to schedule myself. Well, I have this whole like, nobody's going to tell me what to do. Nobody's going to tie me down mindset. And that is not working for me, because I'm ending up like living a vampire life, like out, like staying up all night long. And yeah, I love social media, but that's part of my business. That's not my business. But I love social media, and I am fascinated by it. But that's not my business. Taking selfies is not my business. Yesterday, I was like, if I could just take selfies and Snapchat all day, like, my life would be amazing. But that's not my business. That's not my mission. And I've decided, like, I know my why. My why is I am passionate about American history, and I feel like other people should feel the same way. And they don't. And I don't need to know the how, because I've been struggling with the how. And like I said, I don't want to do one-on-one consulting, and that's fine. Not like I won't do it, but I'm not going to like just focus on that. Okay, right now what I do is I create digital products on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I blog, and I do Periscope. And I'm not consistent about Periscope, and I need to be. And I thought about my strengths. Like, I love to write. I'm a great writer. I was like, okay, so here's what I need to do. I need to do ebooks. I need to publish like papers I've written for like endorsements on like Amazon, and I need to take my blog posts and publish them on like Kindle, and I need to keep creating digital products. I need to keep creating resources, and I want to get into doing videos for YouTube and not just like pushing on my old Periscopes there. do like content videos for kids, like teaching them about the Civil War or teaching them about World War II, because that was another thing about my consulting. Okay, after I taught for 16 years, who am I most comfortable with? 10-year-olds. I can talk to 10-year-olds. Like, I don't know why, like, ever since I quit, I'm like, you know, like, don't want to see kids at all for some reason. I have my own, but they're older. And so it's funny, like, kids will gravitate towards me, like, in public. And it's like, yes, that's who I'm good at talking to. But, I mean, so I'm like, I don't need to just limit that's why I didn't want to limit myself to a classroom, because I felt like my mission is too big. So it's really crazy. I feel like every week I'm learning something new about myself, like something that's like mind-blowing and like, oh my God, like, oh, you don't want to work with classroom teachers. You want to be more creative, and so you want to help homeschooling families. Okay, well, you are, and then the next week, oh, wait a minute, you're not INFJ, you are ENFP. You are an extrovert. You can talk to people. You just don't like talking to people because people don't get what's going on in your brain, because it's too much for people. So sometimes, so that was like mind-blowing. And then like I realized, I was like I said, I'm going, like, being single again too is like crazy, because I'm like, maybe I don't want to ever be married again. So it's like I have just so much like thinking, and I'm overthinking myself to death, and I'm making excuses for why I can't do this, why I can't do that. Oh, I don't want to do videos because I don't have the right backdrop. Who cares about a backdrop? I don't want to do videos because I have to script out what I'm going to talk about. No, I don't. It's like, I don't want to do digital products because then I'm not doing this, or I need to be doing that. Well, no one else is telling me I need to do all this stuff. Every time I have an idea, like for something I want to do with my business, like that's a good idea. The problem is I'm trying to like rush and make things happen in like 5 minutes, and same thing like in life. And I just need to I don't have to have all the answers figured out. It's like I'm going from being like fear of the unknown to like living in the gray zone, and that's okay. So I keep telling myself, I'm like, if you don't have to know exactly like your life's like purpose, like I know what my purpose is, I know what it is, I just don't know like how I'm gonna deliver it to people. And so that's a frustrating thing. But I'm like, what am I best at? Talking. So I like videos. That's the way to go. Videos. I think I might be too podcast. I might be too much for a podcast. I don't know, but never a dull moment person. So my whole like, while I was walking, I was like realizing, oh, you are like breathing. Like you are not like, I've exercised here and there a little bit, but to actually walk like 3 miles in nature is like, whoa. Like, and I'm not a nature lover. I'm not at all. But, like the fresh air, it just like, I realized I was not like all over. I stayed off my phone other than, like just music, because I didn't listen to a business podcast. I didn't go on social media anywhere, because it is like, my brain is like nonstop, like business, entrepreneur, like I gotta make this happen. It's all about the hustle, all about that. And it's exhausting. It is exhausting. And so it's like, I need to just like, I had to like detox from my own brain. And I said this a couple weeks ago, I was like, I need to just go on like some kind of walk in Walden Pond, whatever, Henry David Thoreau, whatever he did. Ralph Waldo Emerson, whoever, you know what I mean. Like walk in the woods and get my sanity restored. And the cool thing is, like, I realized that these trails near where I live, there's like this historical stuff. And I was like, that is what gets me like grounded, like connecting back to history. And I used to walk at this place where I lived that was like this historical post office, and like that made me feel grounded. And seeing like this house from like the 1850s was like, a few minutes ago, was like, whoa. Okay, centered. Like, that's what you love. That's what you geek out about. I don't care about invertebrates or whatever kind of trees these are. I couldn't tell you an oak tree from a pine tree most of the time. But I can tell you about like how to connect history to now. I can tell you about that. And that's what, like, I can give you a creative idea for something. Okay, so yeah, while I was walking, I was like, excuse, what rhymes with excuse? Get off your excuse caboose and join the action faction. And I even made up an acrostic before. Acrostic is like an acronym for the word excuse, and it's on my website, Social Studies Whisperer, under Empower. Excuses. Let's see if I can remember what it stands for. Easy exit strategy causing unnecessary stress and sabotaging success. Okay, let's say that one more time. Excuses, that's all they are. And I know because I'm the queen of them. And I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life because I am no life coach. I'm just telling you, like, what I realized that I need to stop saying I need to, and I need to just do. And sometimes I have to write the dang word Nike on my hand to just shut up and do it. Like, I annoy myself. I'm sure I annoy my son. So, that's why I don't get on Periscope sometimes. But, like, I'm just going to annoy people. But, yeah, I'm just trying to, like, figure out everything. And, like, and with excuses, I'm like, oh, why did I make that excuse? Well, who cares? It doesn't matter why. Just stop. I'm so in love with Gary Vaynerchuk. Not like, I don't mean that like I love him, blah, blah, blah. Like his everything, because he just says it. He just says it. He doesn't care what people think. And that's who I'm trying to be more like, because that's how I am. And I've like kept it like hidden forever. And because in teaching, you can't just like put it all out there. You can't put out your political beliefs. You can't like put your life out there, blah, blah. And so now it's like, I can be who I want. And I kind of like, I am a work in progress, but I like who I'm becoming. I am so much more at peace with who I am than when I was trapped in a classroom. And even though I don't have everything figured out, I really am okay with that, because I have a solid plan B. I could always go back to teaching. I have, the support of my family. I have my health, and not everybody has that. I bet there are a lot of people that wish they had my problem, like, oh, she had to wake up too early today because her son missed the bus, and she had to drive him to school. Oh, wah. Like, so it's like, I just need to just shut up, and that's what we need to do. Just shut up your excuses, and just take action, okay? Because your excuses, when you think like people are that's my thing. I'm like, oh, well, everyone else in the world is like thinking about me. Like, oh, well, if I come on Periscope, then, and I don't have like, and I don't just talk about social studies, and they're going to think this, blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. They're not thinking that about me. Oh, if I come on Periscope and I say, oh, I have a tattoo. Oh, they're going to think I'm wild and crazy. No, they're not. People are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. They are not. They are thinking about their own self. So, anyways, that's all I have to say. Just my little, like, inspiration, encouragement, motivation. Make sure you're setting yourself up for success. I know that if I would be just, like, solely focusing on pursuing just, like, consulting services, one-on-one consulting, then that would not be for me. And I would not be happy doing that. And like I said, if that happens naturally along the way, that is fine. But for now, I'm just going to keep doing what I do and do the things I'm good at and the things that are good for my business. Yes, I'm good at taking selfies, but that's not my business. I'm not good. Maybe I should start practicing like fuller shots, because I can do the face, but the rest, no. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope that this like resonated with you somehow. Like you can find some kind of like truth bomb or like grain of salt that you can like pick out of this, because I know like went all over the place, but my whole point is to like, my personal mission is to like empower other people and put stuff out there and say, yes, I have ADHD. That doesn't mean anything's wrong with me. Or yes, I deal with like self-doubt issues on a daily basis, and that's okay. One day at a time, right? One day at a time. Changing the world, the revolution, it's going to start with me going home, taking a shower, and working on a blog post, or figuring out my first real legit YouTube video I want to do. It's not going to start with me like worrying about how I'm going to do it. It's going to start with doing it. Okay, so that is all. Thank you for listening, and I'm hungry. It is lunchtime. I will maybe be back on here later. I don't know. I like to Periscope when the mood strikes. I can't do scripted. That's when I do the when I'm trying to like stay on a topic. Okay, thank you for watching, and let's put it back on nature. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.